Oh shit, ladies and gentlemen, how you doing up there? This is Intergalactic Interviews, and this is episode 163. Ooh yeah, why do you gotta swear so fast? Well, I haven't been here in a few weeks, and I have to say I really missed everyone. So thanks very much to Brother Gtone for holding it down the last few weeks in a hosting role. Definitely new ground for him to cover, I'm sure. And C-Mart, thank you very much for hosting the boards the last few weeks. Amazing work. Both of you actually were responsible for our highest rated episode ever last week in my absence. So let's get a round of applause here. Let's get a round. Seriously, that was our highest rated episode. Woo! No, it was the lowest fucking. That was the worst.
Welcome back.
That was the worst.
Welcome back, brother.
I think first I want to just say this. Thank you very much for all the support and kind words I've received over the last few weeks. Things have been tough, and it was weird kind of exploring some realities of my life on the show and just kind of putting some truth out there. And it's nice to be back and feeling more like myself. Thank you very much for the welcome back, Brother Gtone.
Hey, welcome back.
Before I get too digressed into, feelings and shit or whatever, I want to go ahead and welcome our guests to the show. You ready for this? We have Tim and Paul from Contra fucking Code, but there's no fucking in the title. It's just Contra Code.
It's just Contra Code.
A lot of people make that mistake.
Fucking Code.
We thought about it. I'm sure we thought about it at one point in time.
Yeah, it was almost going to be Contra fucking Code.
That probably wouldn't garner the same interest from like Bird Attack and all that. They'd be like, these guys are fucking, they're saying
unprofessional.
They're saying these guys have
too punk for Bird Attack.
The F word in their title. This is not fucking good,
Yeah, we could go out on a limb, but yeah, Contra Code it is. Yeah.
Contra Code's awesome. Been fan for years. Very excited to have you guys in the show. And Gtone told me that you guys were booked for today. I was excited. I was already planning on coming back this show, so this just worked out great. In behind Tim, if you can flip, I don't know if it's on Tim right now or not, but if you can flip behind Tim, the vinyl for Wasted Already, which is actually not on Bird Attack, it's on what was the label?
Mudcake.
This came out on Mudcake, right?
Yeah.
This vinyl is available how?
On Mudcake, or you can come to one of our shows. Yeah,
that's right.
Mudcake.com, and yeah, one of our shows. So
you guys are described by Walking Punk Encyclopedia Russian Tim as being a tech punk. When I asked him what that meant, he said because when you do like the mouth of the guitar sounds. You're like ticka ticka ticka. I was like, is that really the reason? And he was like, no, that's not the fucking reason. That's just a stupid thing I thought. Anyway, I love it. You guys are super melodic though. Reminds me of stuff that got me into punk growing up very early on.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah, I think my first introduction to any of the members of the band was Dave, your drummer. I met him when he filled in for James from Cambridge way back when.
Oh, right.
Man, this must have been like 10 years ago or something like that. He was just a young fella. He still looks like a very young fella.
Yeah, he's kept his youth pretty good.
So I don't know how. Yeah. He must have been like 12 or something when I first met him. He was
that's a long time before we met even. Yeah.
But it's good. I figured we'd just keep it light. And you want to come in just a little bit to the mic? Yeah, Tim. You have a lot of interesting things to say. I want people to hear them.
Right on. Sorry, I was moving out of the way to get the shot of the, the vinyl,
yeah.
But it's all right. I'm back. I'm back close now.
This Tim guy, what a team player, hey?
Yeah, he's got it.
This guy knows how to fucking shop a record. He's like, let me back out of the way. What a good guy.
Well, yeah, he's done a lot of, I don't know what you would call it, but like when it comes to Bird Attack and Mudcake, Tim's been kind of the point of contact more than the rest of us in the band. We're just like, yeah, Tim, talk to these guys and sort it out. And then he did.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
No, Garrett instead of they've both been awesome. Yeah, Garrett from the get-go, just really, really easygoing. And same with Seb too. He approached us just a couple months ago just to talk about re-releasing it on vinyl, which we were stoked about. But yeah, of course. Yeah, they're rad dudes. Absolutely rad dudes.
And you did this at Rain City, right?
Yeah.
But like not. So like when did this record come out originally? Originally, not the re-release.
September 2015.
Yeah,
I think we recorded in April
2015.
Yeah.
20. Okay, so did was it Jesse over there? Who did the
Stuart McKillop? Yeah.
So Stu seems to make like all my favorite records.
Yeah, he's
Right?
wicked. He's a
Yeah.
rad dude to
We're
work
like
with.
Stu on the show.
Yeah.
He's actually verbally agreed to do the show before. We've chatted about it, and he's just never. I actually nothing to do with him. 100% to do with me. I'm like, yeah, he's just so unavailable. Like I just make it his fault.
Yeah, you can put it that way. I
It's
guess.
just like I haven't followed up. It's my fault.
Yeah, get him in here. He was absolutely awesome throughout the entire time we were recording it, and just everything after too. We had to get in contact. It was almost 2 years after we recorded it to get the vinyl masters for this too.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's been awesome. Yeah, too.
He's such a talented dude. He has a great way of really bringing out the best sonic quality on a record. I really like man. Stu and Jesse combined over there are just doing some of my favorite records. Period.
Yeah,
You know.
for sure.
Yeah. There's no local modifier to that. I'm not saying like, oh, it's the best records. It's like, no, these are like some of my favorite records. Like, period. So I don't know. It's long overdue. Get these guys over here.
Yep, they make them really good there. in
What
Rain City.
What was the process recently getting? You guys have a couple label deals going on. What was the process with Bird Attack? How did that come together?
Garrett just approached us and just had a really like you guys. I think we did an interview on his podcast for Bird Attack Radio.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, you did, right?
Yeah, I did that one. I think that was maybe it must have been like 5 or 6 months after the album released. I don't know.
Yeah, around the time I guess he got the CDs.
Yeah, it was a while.
I don't remember exactly like how he first contacted us. It's just.
Yeah, he got in touch with us, and we started talking about like, hey, you want to do another re-release and stuff like that too. And yeah, it was awesome because we were kind of just found by him, and he approached us. Really lucky in that sense. You know what I mean?
I didn't even know that was an option. That, like,
No,
you
we
could
didn't either. Yeah,
do a podcast and a label
Yeah,
like Gtone. What the fuck? Missed the fucking ball there. Could have picked up Contra Code on our label that we don't have. What do you think of that?
We don't have a label.
Should we?
The topic comes up for the first time. You never know.
That'd be great.
We
if I
missed
could,
out on this. You know,
I'm having a hard time managing my own stuff. I'd love to help out.
It's like, yeah. It sounds like Garrett has a good idea what the fuck's going on. Obviously, though, it sounds like he has good taste. Clearly,
Yeah.
Lots of good bands on the label.
yeah.
When I first heard about Bird Attack and after your approached us, I was like, oh, who's this guy? He's got like all these amazing punk bands on his label, and like you were saying, the podcasts, just talking to members of each band about like, I don't know, whatever. It was a cool way to do it. It really like kind of sucks you in, like
Community.
learning about all these new punk bands all around the world. And I'm like, oh shit, I guess there's a like way bigger scene than I thought.
Yeah. Paul, do you have a favorite band that was already on
Bird Attack?
Yeah.
Lately I'm
someone
like
you
really
liked?
into Darko,
Darko.
this band from the UK. And then there's like, I don't know, Adrenalize from this South America. Lots that I don't know. It's nice because there's like a nice page full of bands that I've yet to like delve into, but I know they're all going to be that same kind of like Bird Attack style of punk,
There's actually like Spotify and all these aggregates do a really great job of like putting all the connecting bands together, like all the label bands. Like I remember I saw Darko on the suggested Spotify list. It was like, you should check out Darko.
Yeah, you should check out
right.
Darko.
Is there? Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah,
Just to
they're
be clear,
ripping,
that wasn't like a question.
No,
Yeah.
go check them out for sure.
Is there an excellent Darko song you can recommend?
No, I love their last album. They just
The last
released.
album is,
I think we
yeah,
listened to
amazing.
it on tour, like front to back. I mean, like
What's it called? Do you know?
What?
Darko?
Bonsai Mammoth.
Bonsai Mammoth.
Yeah, I remember because that's a sick name.
That's a pretty badass name. Bonsai Mammoth.
we did a little tour out to the island and back, and I don't know. Did you put it on?
Yeah.
Or Brandon, was it you? Yeah, I don't know. Someone put it on in the hotel room, and I was like, "Who is this?" You know,
Threw it on the
Yeah.
Bandcamp.
It was their own
Bandcamp
Bird
app.
Attack.
Yep. Yeah, it was
So-
good.
That's pretty cool.
88 Fingers Louie. You know what I mean? There's,
Yeah.
there's
Right.
Belvedere, Guttermouth. Yeah, it's packed. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's
really good.
that's a sick lineup, man.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope. I figured I'd keep it really, really light, and so I just wanted to ask your thoughts on Islam.
All right. Luckily, I prepared something.
Yeah. I'm gonna let Paul take this one. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was gonna ask though, with merch going the direction it is right now, where it's like so many different vibes and everything like that. Why vinyl? Why vinyl? I know my answer. I just wanted to know why Contra Code was like, let's re-release some vinyl. And
you know, we know that this album has been out for a while, and there was a extra CD release after we released it on our own, and then there was the vinyl release now too. But I mean, we released it once, and then Bird Attack, Garrett approached us, they released it again, and we're just really fortunate enough to even have the opportunity to work with someone who does vinyls, who just somehow I'm pretty sure he found out through Bird Attack and following them too, but our band as well. And would just offer to say, hey, let's do the vinyl, and I'll release it from in distro from Germany.
Yeah.
So it's just a crazy ride too, right? I mean, a lot of it is we've been playing this album for a while.
Yeah. Well, I think when we first put it out, we just thought let's print a bunch of cardboard sleeves for CDs and put it out the same way we did our EP, and just I don't know, see what happens.
Are the band meetings that informal? Are they like, hey, let's just 200 and just throw a quantity out there? Like, is it like that, or do you guys meet?
Pretty much, yeah. It's like, hey, what do you want to do? Like, I don't know, like 250
in between songs.
Whatever, yeah.
So how much should we print? How many CDs should we print?
I think it was 200.
In between songs. So it's really informal. So it's like really just like, hey, we should do this. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, that's kind of we're pretty laid back.
Yeah.
We don't always have. Sometimes there's nobody at the merch table, but we could probably do better on that. But yeah, and then somehow, I guess, probably just from being on the internet, it gets, I don't know, people who are looking for that kind of music find it, and then they're like, okay, these guys clearly don't know what they're doing. Let's put out an album for them.
Yeah, that's kind of how it goes.
That's a tale as old as time. That one right there. Yeah.
So this past weekend, you re-released the album.
Yeah, we did it for the third time, and it's honestly it's wicked to have the opportunity to release a vinyl. You know what I mean? Especially it's a new experience and stuff like that as well. Like, as far as a productive album, Wasted already, did really, really well for us. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, maybe it's been not in the most compact timing. You know what I mean? It's been spread across like 3.5 years, but
yeah, I mean,
it's an opportunity you can't say no to.
I guess you could do it so you release CDs and vinyl at the same time. That seems to be the way lots of bands do it.
Yeah.
But
the normal way.
We didn't have that foresight or that game plan going into it. Like, I didn't expect it to be on vinyl. I mean, I guess at that time I kind of knew that people were listening to vinyl. Like, there's collector type people who love vinyl, and
Vinyl's
Europe,
definitely coming.
Yeah.
Maybe not in Canada yet.
I mean, I guess it's harder, a little harder to do in Canada. Like, we certainly didn't have any like hobby record label enthusiasts be like, yeah, let's print a vinyl in Canada. But
totally. I've been having conversations with my projects as to whether we should be putting out CDs or not. Mm-hmm. CDs are pretty disposable these days, but if you actually put money and time and effort into vinyl with the proper artwork and it actually turns into something that someone feels is valuable, you can actually get $20 for your album if it's substantial like that. It seems like a nice.
It's a good way to replace CDs almost. You know what I mean? That's the direction it's going, and I'm all for it.
CDs should have never replaced vinyl, and now we're getting back to the place where it's like, okay, everyone's kind of recognizing. Vinyl has been around for a long time. All those records that I inherited from my parents from the 60s and 70s, I still have. The CDs that I collected in my teenage years, I don't have them anymore. Gone. I don't have them anymore.
Yeah.
That's a very good point.
Me neither. I don't think I have many CDs at all.
Vinyl's much more substantial.
I think it's CDs.
It's a much better
for the
investment.
car.
That's
about it.
The car, yeah.
They'll stay in the car.
We should take a moment to give a shout out, because you two gentlemen only represent 2/4 or 1/2. I don't want to get
either way. It's the same.
Guy graduated.
Yeah, listen. I'm no fancy math guy, I don't want to get crazy, but we should give a special shout out to Brendan and Dave, right?
Yeah, Brandon and Dave. Hell yeah.
Contra Code.
Maybe we could just do this. Maybe we could do this just in the interest of, like they were here. We could have Tim say something nice about Dave.
Oh.
And we'll have Paul say something nice about Brennan.
Brandon, yeah?
Yeah.
You go first.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Paul. Not that I'm putting you on the spot.
Brandon's had a busy life the last year and a half. You know what I mean?
for sure.
So
I don't
he's
know.
got married.
Brandon's pretty great. Brandon always makes me laugh.
That's a good thing.
It is a
That's
good thing.
pretty good.
Oh, congratulations.
Well, congratulations.
He's got Brandon always makes me
It's
laugh.
funny that was the first thing I thought of, but I mean it in a very nice way.
It's like your tone gives way to, I don't know, sarcasm?
let's put it this way. On this album and the last one, a lot of the time it starts with Brandon's guitar riffs because they're very, I don't know, they've a very distinct Brandon guitar riff style, and then I'll just work off of that. Harmonize it.
That's
come
like
up with like something to go with it.
That's the highest guitar compliment I think you can
It's
pay
wicked,
someone.
yeah.
Your riffs come first in my life.
He said that very genuinely too. Yeah, I'm proud of you on that one.
Dude, I was tripping off the sincerity of that. That was amazing. Tim, not to put you on the goddamn spot or anything, but maybe you could throw a kind compliment
About
towards-
Dave or
yeah.
Brandon? It's
Two about
there's
Brandon.
nothing but kind words, I don't think, in this band. There's been never
Yeah,
bad arguments, whatever.
Yeah.
But Brandon's had a crazy go the last year and a half, We played
Busy
his
life.
wedding.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
rented an entire resort on Pender Island. Was it Poets Cove?
Wow.
And we partied there pretty hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just pretty
And
much,
at
I think
his
the whole
re-
wedding party took over the entire resort.
Really?
And then we ended up playing 3 songs at the end of the night.
Wow.
It was just we brought all our gear in the snow in the back of a pickup on the ferry to play this guy's wedding because he's like, no, we got to do it. And,
Oh, shit.
yeah, we played a couple covers. It was like it's a family tradition play Enter Sandman, right?
Enter Sandman.
So we
was
learned
the-
now. We played Enter
family
Sandman.
tradition.
I know, it was
Wedding.
wicked.
And then we
Doug-
played
Doug
really
played
well,
with us, right?
though,
His
right?
dad,
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
his
his
dad
dad-
sang with us.
Brandon's dad sang,
Which was
Enter
like a
Sandman
dream
with
come true
us.
for him. He was like floored. I've never seen a man so floored to like hold the microphone and
Wow.
talk about it the next morning. That's all he talked about. It was awesome,
stoked.
right?
It's a rush when you first do it. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a fun time. And then what did we
I
play?
mean, it's pretty messy, but
We played Iron Herd
oh shit, we did. Yeah, we played one of
just in front of his entire family, where everyone's chanting "shit show, shit
Shit
show."
show.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That's pretty
Because
rad.
it was like midnight.
and I think we played White Wedding was the other cover.
Billy Idol White Wedding. Yeah,
Oh, that seems
We- yeah, we
fitting.
were
I
taking requests from
barely
there,
remember any of it. I saw
Amazing.
the Instagram video when Dave put it up. I'm like, oh, that's a mess.
That's amazing. And in the interest of fairness, I already gathered comments from Brandon and Dave.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, I
Cool.
I asked them to send in something negative about both of you.
So it balances out.
Yes, let's hear this.
So they say you guys. It's weird. They both wrote the same thing.
Yeah.
Is this weird? It's kind of weird. They both wrote the exact same thing. They said, "You two take the spotlight too much." Here we go. That's it. No, I'm just kidding.
Man.
Jesus Christ,
can-
guys!
how can they
There's
say
nothing
that?
on my phone.
Suck the
How
air
could
out of
they
the room.
say that?
There's
You know
nothing
what I
on.
mean?
There's nothing on my phone. Those guys would never say an unkind
No
word
way,
about
no
you.
way.
That's
Absolutely
all.
not.
No. Contra
No.
Code.
Contra Code is over.
A cohesive unit. I implore you. Jesus.
Well, we're all good. You know what, Dave too? Dave has like that guy's gone through some crazy stuff. He's either got recently his track record of broken bones and whatever has been fine, but he's because he does film for land yachts, right?
Yeah.
So they sent him whatever he's done in South America. He just did
South
Korea,
Africa,
China,
yeah.
South Africa and stuff like that.
People don't
All the
understand that
stuff.
the footage from that the what we're talking about is like downhill. How would you describe
Longboarding,
it?
yeah.
Longboarding,
Yeah.
but like people don't understand that like when you're watching that, you're like, oh, cool angle. It's like, yeah, someone had to film that
Yeah.
doing what
Yeah.
that guy's doing at the same time. You know,
Yeah.
like it's pretty fucking. Amazing.
I don't know when it was. He was
Yeah.
in South Africa, and I think he was partying. He fell off a balcony, and how many pins did he put in his leg? There was a picture of it.
Broke
He
his-
split his leg like completely upright, and
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Yeah,
South
like I don't know,
America?
something like
Show me with your
eight
like
hands.
a
Show me
leg,
with
I wish
your
and
we
it's
still had
like
the photo.
split up. He split his
We
leg.
saw an
whatever they
X-ray
call
of his
it.
leg, and it was like looked like it was full of drywall screws when he
Yeah.
came back. Like,
Oh my God!
Yeah,
Jesus.
classic.
Do you have
And then I think
insurance?
we played a show with.
I'm sure he did. Yeah, he's okay. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Sorry, Pat, catch up. Sorry, what were you saying?
I think that was maybe around the time when we played a show with Belvedere, and he had like a bunch of pins in his legs playing the drums.
Yeah, there was. I don't know if it was Belvedere, but I remember he played without his cast like maybe a month after that happened.
Jesus.
On stage, I think he played with his cast. I don't know. Sorry, Dave, I don't remember. But yeah,
I remember Dave
he's battled through. He's battled through.
Yeah, I remember him playing a few shows in a cast.
Yeah. I wouldn't. I remember playing a few shows with him.
Didn't he play Rocket Fest in a cast?
Probably, yeah.
I'm confident.
Probably, yeah.
Because I remember I was like, "What the fuck? Are you playing tonight?" Yeah.
He's awesome. He does like obviously he'll do all the like the Instagram or cut videos and stuff. Like he did a video for Concrete that we just had GoPro footage from Rain City.
Yeah, doing his editing thing for the
He's
band.
definitely the guy behind all of that. So props to him on that one. It's what he's good at too, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, he's always got some kind of injury.
That was, I gotta say, that was a lot kinder than what he said to you.
Yeah,
allegedly.
I'll give him a break on that one. You know, I'll be the bigger man here.
Yeah, allegedly. I don't know where that comment came from, but you know,
he's good.
It's weird that they both said the same thing.
Yeah, you know, Branden, the only negative thing. Should we say something negative?
No, Jesus.
No, yeah.
I won't be party.
I mean, we could.
He just needs a tune. That's
I won't be party to
turn down your gain
to destroying the cohesiveness of Contra Code. I mean,
yeah, maybe we need to take our relationship to the next level here now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
You know, one of the things that you guys are constantly given though and compliment is how tight you guys are. So if I was to suddenly drive a wedge. Everyone's like, "Oh, everything was good." Everything was good until Jayme from Intergalactic Interviews, the fucking prick. He just came out here, ruined everything, And everyone's like, "Oh, Gtone's cool though." He was trying to not let him do it, but here I am.
Yeah, always the big bro.
Yeah, what's up with that?
A little bit wiser.
More wise than me.
A little bit wiser.
I don't know if I appreciate you telling everyone that you're wiser than me. I realize I've been around a few episodes and then disappeared for a bit. Things have changed.
You're all right.
The dynamic's totally different.
You're all right, kid.
Gtone's in charge. I was never really. I always called him after the show. I was like, what'd you think of that?
Did I do okay, brother?
Was I okay? Yeah. And he's like, don't call me. I'm on the road to Real Mackenzie's. Fuck you.
I don't know. Could have been a little bit better.
He's like, did it need to be so much about hateful things? Like, why couldn't you say something positive? I was like, I tried that already. Speaking of which, you are going on the road of Real Mackenzie's.
Hold on, no. I want to know more about this last show that they just played at Pub 340.
We could still talk about that.
Sure.
Swear Jar? You got to tell me about Swear Jar.
Okay, Swear Jar was cool. I talked to Rich before. I'm like, what is he? He's like, he's like pop punk. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's rad. I'm like, you playing bass? He's like, yeah, I'm playing bass. So
Rich likes hardcore and pop punk and punk.
Yeah, that's
Rich.
weird.
Rich is rad.
I like Rich.
I love Rich, man.
Is that what Swear Jar is?
Yeah.
What you think Rich would be in?
Yeah,
I thought
suits
they
him
were
definitely. I don't know how much of a part of the writing is doing or any of that. Like, you know what I mean? But
no idea.
It fits his style definitely. Yeah.
I'll say that when I watch them play, they look like a hardcore band. They play play like a hardcore band, but
they're
it's
all
pop
in.
punk. They're all in.
They're all in.
Yeah, it was good. For the
like,
first show, it was good.
Hardcore
it was
pop punk.
really, really good. I'm excited to hear what else they come up with and
for sure
where that band goes. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sad that I missed it the other night. I would like to hear about that.
Yeah, I missed it too. I love Rich, man. I really. Last time I saw Rich, he was mangled on a SkyTrain. We ran into each other.
Nice.
I walked in semi-mangled, and I was like, oh man, I'm fucked up. And then I saw Rich, and I was like, oh, I'm sober. I had no idea. I saw how fucked up Rich was, and I was like, oh, I could probably drive actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, and I was talking to him, and he's like, we should definitely do the show. And I was like, yeah. Every time we talk, same thing. I'm like, yeah, let's just fucking do it. I just have to follow up with some of these people.
Yeah,
we should bring Rich.
Definitely.
I love Rich, man. Yeah,
definitely.
he should be on.
Dead
the show.
Hits, Greatest Sons. Hell yeah, they're all.
Yeah,
they're all
dude,
awesome.
what a repertoire.
Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah.
What about Anthems? I know Anthems probably tore it up pretty good.
Yeah, those boys are good, man.
Yeah.
They're always loud,
Loving
which
it.
is awesome. And they're just those two guys.
I think we should have Anthems on.
Oh
too.
yeah, I was talking to Ryan at the
Yeah,
I was talking to Ryan at
so many hits.
the Christmas Rager. I was talking to Ryan.
So much energy there.
Yeah,
It's so nice.
I was like,
it's so nice.
Every time I fucking see Anthems, I'm always blown away by the same thing. It's like it's two guys, and it sounds like
brothers.
10, and they're brothers, and they get along. Gtone, what do you think of that? What a novel concept.
I'm pretty wise. I think you need to take some notes.
You are. You know what?
Take notes.
I've never had to take notes ever for this show, and I see Gtone show up. He's so prepared. I keep sneaking glances over like it's high school.
I'm wise?
Like I'm trying to cheat. I'm like, what's he got written down here? I'm like, Tim Murray. Okay. All right.
Just taking my bullet points.
Yeah.
There you go.
I was like, so, Paul, you're an animator. Tell me about, like, just steal.
I love it.
Yeah. Gtone's like, what the fuck? That
Go down this path.
That was
for a
my
minute.
next. That's my next thing. You are an animator, though.
That's right. I animate TV shows. That's why I'm in Vancouver.
You were Titmouse. Titmouse does some of my favorite fucking shows.
Right on. Yeah. They Titmouse opened up in Vancouver just doesn't seem like that long ago, but it's definitely a few years now. I worked there the past year, working on kids TV shows that are on Netflix now. And
Like what? Can you throw us a title? Or you're allowed?
yeah, season 2, I think, of this show called Home: Adventures of Tip and O, which is a TV series of this movie called Home by DreamWorks. I didn't actually see the movie. I should, but the show is really cool and it's on Netflix. But I don't know, like Titmouse, like you were saying, they have some pretty cool shows on TV.
Yeah.
And they sort of, their style sort of leaks into whatever show they do and makes it like kind of quirky and weird. So it was definitely fun working there.
What shows would we look for if we were looking for your work?
Well,
For my work?
other than the Home
Not a whole
series.
lot. The Home
So,
series, yeah, which is on Netflix. You can watch it. But they're known for like doing Metalocalypse.
Which is, I gotta tell you right now,
If you haven't seen it, you got to
it's
see it.
one of the best pieces of anything you could ever spend your time. And every episode, most of them are 11 minutes. You can rock a whole series basically in a day if you're committed. Yeah, you could do the whole thing. I love it, man. It's so good. Yeah.
What else? I'm blanking on the names now. I'm not like.
Sorry, I didn't mean
most
to.
up on
I know
it,
you're
but
here for Contra Code. Here I'm
I'm
throwing
here
you.
for the punk rock.
Yeah. Tell us about stylus pens and things like that. You're like, I don't
let
want
me tell you what kind of hardware I'm rocking in my computer.
Yeah. I'm like, hey, tell us about this new program, Photoshop. What do you make of this? You're like, I don't want to fucking talk about Photoshop. I'm here to, rock out. I got fucking things to do.
It'd be cool if there was a Metalocalypse for punk rock bands or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
Titmouse can head that up somehow.
The idea that it is an actual like Death Clock. I can honestly say that Death Clock is when I get a new phone. It's one of the first things I always download on my phone. It's one of the first things I
for your ringtone, you mean, or your alarm? In the
I
morning?
had
Right.
Yeah, I definitely but yeah, seriously, I don't know. It's the kind of shit that like I get it that it's like tongue in cheek. It's very Spinal Tap kind of vibes to it,
Yeah.
but like. I dig it. Like I can't lie.
legit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I can't like it because it's not a serious art form or whatever. It's like, I don't know, Brandon's.
How can it not be a serious art form? I mean, the music that's involved, the people that make the music that are involved, the animators that are involved, the story that's involved. It's a major piece of artwork.
Yeah.
Even though it is tongue in cheek, like
Of course, it's tongue.
yeah,
absolutely.
kind of making fun of itself.
You know
But
that
still,
I'm
it's a
referring.
substantial piece of work.
it's
that
the
they
most.
put out
It's
when
the
they do
world's
it.
most brutal death.
I've been
metal,
waiting
right?
forever for them to put more out.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, no.
Or come to Vancouver. I
What's
didn't see
the
them
problem?
last time they were
Brendan
here.
Small is fucking genius, just through and through. I really like the way he puts that shit together. Well, that's cool, man. A lot of people are involved in that kind of shit, and
Vancouver's a big town for it, for
Yeah.
sure.
All I know is Gene Hoglan did all
that's right.
the amazing drumming for Death Clock.
Gene
Metalocalypse.
Yeah, Gene Hoglan. He has one of the best ever crowd banters I've ever seen on YouTube.
And he's the drummer?
Live. Yeah, which is he gets on the mic and he says like, "Buy a shirt, you fucking cunts." Okay, and it's just like that's it. Like the first, there's no
Perfect.
like, there's no hello or anything. It's not like welcome. It's just like right away. Buy a shirt, you fucking cunts. Okay. Blast beats for the next fucking hour.
What else is he like? You're not talking about Death Clock, I guess, right?
No. Well, he did do
Gene
session
Hoglan,
work,
but he's
but
in like Testament and
okay.
What else?
Is he a
Strapping Young Lad. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the go-to drummer for anyone that needs the best drummer.
Right. Now I know that name.
Let me ask this, Tim. Who is your favorite punk writer?
punk writer?
Yeah,
like
and
artist.
By that I mean someone who writes punk songs.
Like a band, you know what I mean?
Like-
Favorite band,
Like,
or
you
like
like to get so specific, all right? You just
You're
tell me
getting
your
you're getting
answer.
a little specific.
No,
too, right?
I gave you a broad question.
Yeah, all right. As far as as band and artist go, like if I'm thinking punk,
Yeah, you think in your head right now. You go, this guy or girl, they write songs and they always connect to me. I don't know how it is, but you know.
well, I mean the band, like if you talk about a Wilhelm and Strung Out, like hell yeah, those guys get me fucking pumped every time I listen to
Every
them,
time,
you know?
right?
Every time, yeah, no matter what. Probably top 2, I'd say. What about you?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, Paul.
It's hard to pick, but you could probably pick some good. I don't know, more on the metalcore end of things.
Some heavy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
heavy
mean,
stuff?
we do a little bit of crossover.
We
You
just
can
played
talk
with
about heavy
X
bands.
Pain.
Well, X Pain's your new
Explain.
favorite band.
When like Dave filmed my reaction when I was watching these guys play, so I know they've been around for a while.
Yeah,
Right, like
we
Dave-
played what we thought was like a pretty good set at SBC a couple weeks ago, and then
Yeah.
X Pain came and like melted our faces.
Yeah,
Like,
just so yeah, it was
great, our first like metal show in forever, and like just got blown away.
I don't remember. I'd never played. I don't think I've ever played a metal show with you guys.
Yeah, we
In the
don't
last
usually.
3 or 4 years, right? But yeah, no, these guys
Yeah.
kicked my ass. Holy shit. My jaw was like dropped when I was watching X Pain. Yeah, it was good. El Temper opened, and they were pretty heavy too. Like they were like, he was playing an 8-string? Was he playing an 8-string?
8-string guitars and
Jesus.
Yeah, it was cool. Different bill than we've ever been on. We were right plopped in the middle, but
Well, I was going to bring this up. Some of my first reactions ever to Contra Code, this is years ago, but my first thoughts were thinking like when Gtone and I were coming up in our small town in Ontario, the market was never big enough to support one genre. So you'd have a lot of these multi-genre shows. So you can have like acoustic acts sandwiched in between like
Hip hop,
and
punk.
metal.
Yeah,
punk.
yeah.
So you kind of get a taste of everything. It was a nice little variety show. We like that kind of style ourselves. We like having
That's all we had.
good quality, right? But then when I first heard Contra Code, one of the first things I remember like feeling and experiencing was like, I was like, oh, you guys would slot fucking pretty well in like a lot of metal shows, like just the
Pretty crossover.
yeah, like the technical ability,
Skills.
the
You got some
skill
skills,
set
Tom.
is
Thank you.
like
These kids
honestly,
got
man,
some
like
skills.
it's
Yes,
way
these-
up
that's
there.
a
These
big
two
com-
boys in there.
It is a compliment hearing that you can play with metal bands.
Yeah,
I
dude.
think, yeah.
I had
just
a lot
barely
of fun.
heavy enough.
I had a
to
lot
get
of
in there.
fun. I really like. It was the first time I've really been out at a show that was really heavy too, and yeah, great time, absolutely.
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know. We haven't like. It's kind of like I don't think we've really talked about it yet. Like maybe getting
know-
on a little more heavier bills and stuff like that too.
Brandon
right?
loves the thrash metal.
If
we could play on, like,
Brandon's all
80s
for it.
metal
yeah,
shows,
Brandon's all
we'd be
for
all
the
for it.
thrash metal. Yeah.
like I think you guys would actually, like you were saying earlier, like, oh, you haven't played on a metal bill yet, right? But like, you know, I think you guys would naturally fit in any of those. I really mean that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm like,
sweet.
and Tim, being able to play the bass lines that I hear in that is like no fucking like it's you were very humble in giving credit to the you know the guitars in the group, but like Jesus Christ, like you
Right on, cheers,
that's very difficult to do. And you know what, I don't even know how to fucking play bass, so I would let Gtone.
I don't think I'd
kick
ever
in on that.
really. I don't think I played bass before I played. I'm a guitar player at heart, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think I really played. I'd never played bass in a band until I think I ended up joining these guys.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's like I've gotten a very deep respect for it now after playing it for a couple of years. You know, you and I both, right? You know.
I just had this thought of like, you know, after the first rehearsal, Tim's like,
Yeah.
so is playing bass like this all the time?
Yeah. It's fun, man. It's fun. I like bass too. Like it's. I would hate to be playing. I'll say this now. I would hate to be playing the guitar riffs on the album live. Yeah. I'd much rather be playing.
I'd hate
bass,
to be playing
know.
those riffs on bass, man.
No,
Guitar's
bass-
so much bigger, and
You can be relaxed. You know, live you're a little muddy, right? If you had a couple drinks and you miss one or two.
You're talking to Gtone. It looks like you're talking
I'm
directly.
talking directly. He knows what's up.
It's like, hey Gtone, you know how it is when you have a few drinks and things get out of hand, right? Like I don't know. Yeah. Some footage of that. Yeah. I like that. That's a perfect time actually right now to address something. So last week, C-Mart, bless his heart, you know, he comes in here every week, he gets things humming. He turns the computer on. It's like a diesel engine. You got to get it going up and down, up and down. You got to keep it going.
He's working
right?
it.
He's working hard.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
stoking the furnace. Fucking love this guy, right? Well, last week on camera, you know, yeah, he had a good time. maybe too good of a time.
The best of times.
Passed out a bit. Yeah, he's doing
Look at
it.
him. He knows it's coming too, eh?
He passed out so hard, and it was our clip last week. It was worth mentioning. And the next day we were all chatting about it. I was like, "Am I gonna get a call like from Float House or something? Like how bad was it?" And it's like, "Oh, it's fine. It was no consequence." We go for our pre-drinks tonight, and we're having drinks. And the manager of the Met comes over, and it's just like, "Hey, where's C-Mart?" Basically, like we're like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, he ended up coming in here afterwards after everyone
allegedly.
How did last week's show turn out?
Yeah, how did last week's show turn out? We're like, I was like, I don't know, without consequence. But like, oh no, C-Mart went in, and he was like, he's like just kind of staring through the bartender, and then he's like, they're like, hey, what can I get you? And he's like, I'll have my the usual, which is a major red flag. The fact that you have a usual at the bar is like, okay, wait a minute. And then he pours it and immediately decides against it. Like gives it to him, and he's like having a hard time getting his grip going. And then he's like, all right. And they're like, hey, where do you live? And he's like, the normal building. And they're like,
The normal
they're like, what? They're like, normal building. And then they got him in a cab.
And then everything was fine and everything was great.
End of story.
Yeah, without error or consequence.
He made it home, and the podcast was updated or uploaded within a couple days,
Oh yeah.
a day or two.
Even that was like another funny thing, because I was like, C-Mart, I don't see the episode in the Dropbox. Like I took a few weeks off, but I've been still editing, right? So I was like, hey, I don't see the episode. Where's the episode? He's like, oh, let me see. I got this message like a few minutes later. He's like, well, I fucked up Dropbox. I reset the password so many times drunk that it won't let me do it anymore. I was like, what? He's like, I have to physically go down there tomorrow. I was like, oh, jeez.
Dropbox.
Yeah. So salute to you, bro. Yeah, just go to Dropbox, the physical Dropbox. Yeah, no, so salute to you, brother. Thanks for taking care of all that. And
I was also fairly blackout drunk after.
I didn't even notice.
After we finished the rest of the vodka.
Allegedly.
let the record
I went
fucking
to
show.
Patty Wagon's house, and
Oh, you mean the Irish guy? You got some fucking
I
hate
fell
on
down.
YouTube. They weren't happy with him.
yeah,
You got some fucking
Well-
negative comments. They were like, who the fuck is this guy, basically, Yeah.
I ended up falling on my phone. I broke my phone. That's why I have a
you have a new
loaner.
phone.
I got a loaner because I got too drunk.
So your total podcast career.
Every Monday, for some reason,
You've almost been stabbed. You broke a phone. What else have you done? You almost had a crackhead
every Monday.
fight. Crackhead.
I'm
fight.
hoping it's not going to
stay
happen.
away from those.
I'm hoping it's not going to happen tonight.
Yeah, that's why I wear a tie.
I've been fasting for 2 days.
That's why I wear a tie. I'm trying to
I'm
like
drink my
present
water.
some kind of fucking decorum. But I don't know. It always degenerates. I don't know what I'm doing.
He needs a shield or something. Or,
Degenerates.
Yeah. Well,
shields them away.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. People look at this and they're like, "Oh, it can't be that bad." Is that a tie? But then it turns out, I'm just awful. But at least I'm not like these degenerates. Like
No.
fucking, that's what it comes down to. Wait, let's get it totally quiet. 1, 2, and we're back. And I just want you all to know. No, as far as awkward silence goes, that was prime.
That's good.
Premium. I have to say, dynamic-wise, I have to comment on this live because we're doing this as it's happening. There's no editing, obviously, right? I just wanted to say, Gtone, do you find it strange after hosting for a few weeks and now suddenly you're not? Like, do you feel like you want to jump in more, or like, because like
No.
you basically have
I
like
think
the
they're
run of
getting
the
the information out.
Yeah.
I think they're getting the gist of the information out. I don't have to draw it out. You're doing it.
Doing medium.
You're really
Okay.
doing it.
Yeah, you're doing
Yeah,
okay.
Gtone's just laid back right now.
Yeah, what's up with that? Maybe you might be on a substance, I think.
Could be. I don't know.
You might be on a substance.
I don't want to be overbearing. I've learned from past past mistakes.
Well, it's almost like there's hours of footage of this out there that I don't know what you're referring to. But yeah, that's so funny. The it's like this
I
elastic
told you, I'm
band.
wise. I'm wise. I'm wise these days.
This elastic band of just stretch way out. You're like fucking let's just like full Gtone mode, and then the next week just like
Get a little growl on the microphone before you go too.
next week I'm like,
good.
where's the Russian standard? You're like, oh, I don't drink that anymore.
I apologize to everyone that
Oh,
I've ever met. once in a while.
You're like, Jesus, wait a minute. I think you might be
The elastic band. Yeah, that's a good analogy. For
Yeah.
sure.
You just snap so hard back that you're like, yeah, I'm really rethinking my whole role in the podcast. I'm like, what are you talking about? You're like, oh, I'm just taking it all in, hanging out.
So the next one will just be like medium stretch, like
Yeah.
back to normal.
It's a cycle. 2 weeks from now, it would be fucking chaos. So it'd be good.
Small, medium, and large, and then back again.
Do you got something for these boys?
Well, I wanted to know if this album is available on the Contra Code Bandcamp.
The
No.
vinyl, you mean?
No,
Talking about Wasted
you've
Already?
You've
No.
got old material on the Bandcamp page.
What's on
If-
sale at the Bandcamp page?
If someone looks up contracode.bandcamp, what do they find?
Yeah, they'll find the link to Mudcake Records. That's the big thing you want to
Yeah?
click on is Seb's thing in Mudcake. He's destroying it from Germany. We're not sending any out, no.
I guess we're
Unless
not.
we have our copies for.
I mean, if you
You'll
really
come to a
want
show?
to, if you really want us to mail it out, then like just message us and we'll probably do it. But yeah, it's mostly coming from Germany. But you can still go to the Bandcamp and listen to the.
Paul, you're so
Okay.
accessible.
I'll walk down to the post office and do it. I don't care.
Yeah, like just kind
Paul will ship to you if you want to buy them directly off the van now. That's what we can say.
Don't say
now.
it too many
That's-
times.
That's the update. That's the update now.
That's crazy. I didn't know
Yeah.
you personally held on to that responsibility. I didn't know that.
Well, he just.
I mean, I'm just saying I'll do it.
that's the
I
kind
don't
of person
mind.
he is.
Paul
He
is
goes that-
named
he goes
as
that
the
far.
the contact for the band. Paul
am?
Sarazin at gmail.com.
Looking at
Well,
the,
I'm glad that's the
Instagram.
accurate email.
That's what I found online anyway.
Oh yeah,
It's like, how do you contact
The email's up to
Contra
date.
Code? Well, Paul Sarazin
is that up to date? Is
at
that accurate?
gmail.com.
I think it is. I
It
didn't
should-
know that.
that's
But
your last
thanks
e-
for pointing that out.
Yeah. You're like, I
That's
don't even
what
have.
the public sees when they look for you.
I'm glad it wasn't Hotmail or something.
Yeah, Paul's like, I don't even have access to that email anymore. Like, what?
It's like I'm an animator.
Yeah. yeah, you
I'm an animator.
have like a Pooza offer in there. You're like, I don't give a shit. It's Gmail. Fuck it. I was like, what? you gotta jump
These
on that,
guys would be
boys.
so mad.
You have a fest offer, Pooza tie-in. You're like, wow, what's going on? You're like, oh, apparently they've been emailing some guy named Paul. He
Yeah.
hasn't he hasn't been
deadbeat.
messaging us back. It's good. Hey, you closing the
Stick on me.
the
All my bullet points have been either stolen or used.
Great.
So, yeah.
You should tell us about your.
stolen.
Tell us about your when you're going to go on the road next week.
Jeez, thanks, Paul. What a
Yeah, he's
Well, I'm
chiming
just
in.
curious.
He's getting ready to be back up, right?
Paul, I'm going
So
to
when
take a
this
few
happens-
weeks
I think
off.
I'm,
Do you want to
uh,
jump in here?
Is it next week? Is it next week?
I think
the
you-
14th. I
you
think
go
about
on
a week and a
Week
half.
after next, yeah.
Yeah.
So right now, you just completed a leg Gtone of driving all the Vancouver Island dates of this leg of the tour.
I
Correct?
just did the first 3 dates with the Real Mackenzies, driving and doing merch for them. We did Cumberland, we did Victoria, we did Vancouver. Oh my God, 3
this
unbelievable.
new fucking zip is
Three,
awesome.
unbelievable.
I want to wear it. Are you behind the? Oh, here we go. Jesus. Well, that was.
Is it there?
Yeah. No, it's fine. It's the worst. By the way, all our audio listeners, that was.
To
Yeah,
all
they'll
our
get a-
audio
they'll get a
listeners,
good one.
I'm
That was
a
showing
nice-
off
yeah.
the new merchandise
The new
that I
plug.
got from.
Which I can't believe the price on this. It's $30 on the road for this zip up hoodie.
Hey, come find me somewhere in Western Canada for the next
Foreseeable few weeks.
Couple weeks. We're going to Winnipeg and back, and there is some merch to be sold.
I asked, I was like, tour price, you got to put the guys, you got to get some gas money out of it, right? I mean, this is real Mackenzie's, real humble,
Right.
local,
Yeah.
small,
Small.
Well,
No.
I'm being facetious.
They're like
Well, no, Gtone, make sure you
they're
jump-
like Canada's Globetrotters.
Yeah. No, make sure you. I want you to make sure you step on the joke, and don't make sure you maybe explain it that it's facetious. Yeah. Anyway, we're talking about the small
My
gathering.
job is as the older brother. That's my job.
Yeah, we're talking about the very small, humble Real like obviously the real McKenzies are fucking monsters out there. Obviously,
they're awesome.
Honestly, every time I see anything about them, it's just like staggering fucking amounts of crowds that come out. It's amazing. It's so cool to even see that or even go about it. But I was like, of course, what would merch price on this zipped up hoodie be? In my head, I was like, it's gonna be like $80, $30.
Yeah, that's wicked.
$30.
Wicked.
That's 30 Canadian dollars.
That's right.
Oh, that's like 4 American.
Yeah,
Ouch.
right?
That's
cheap.
fucking Charles Schwab.
It's like
over
the
here.
price of two gallons. It's like the price of 2 gallons of gas.
Actually, you know what? Did
Jesus.
You Big Idiot had new merch? They had a new T-shirt out at the show.
Oh yeah.
I
And
saw
it was
the Trump
absolutely awesome.
the Trump
Yeah, the
shirt
Trump
from You
one.
Big Idiot
And Russian Tim's got another one too.
perfect
That's
timing for that one.
absolutely
Russian
The
Tim
Andrew
and
Pavel
Peterson
Burys. Yeah, they got another one.
Andrew on
That's
his shirt.
wicked.
Have you seen that C-Mart?
Shit, man.
You haven't seen it?
No.
It's Russian Tim and Pavel Burys at the top. Buress. Wow.
Buress.
I'm no Rusky. I don't know fucking how to say that properly. But the Peter though of the Andrew Peterson photo,
Yeah.
him all
Yeah.
sexy as fuck at karaoke or
shirt
something.
off,
Yeah,
leaning
off.
over the monitor.
That's an amazing photo.
No, it was wicked. I think everybody,
Tom Jones
everybody at the show and all the bands when they saw that, they were all talking about it.
Yeah, he's like Tom Jonesing and what's that other guy?
Tom Jonesing, I like that.
The
Tom
guy with
Jones?
No, the guy with the
Tom Jonesing.
mustache.
Neil Diamond,
No. Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds.
Like, he's laid out on the carpet.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Jesus.
No, they had that. Those are sweet. Those are sweet. Sweet.
Those
Yeah, it's
T-shirts,
fucking great. It's
man.
amazing.
Yeah.
I really like that. Actually, C-Mart's rocking a Contra Code shirt that he bought 3 years ago, actually.
2 years ago. I think.
2 years ago, I don't know
Well,
if it's
it's holding up
maybe.
well.
And he's
graphics
said
still on
several
there.
times on this podcast how many times he's like, oh, Contra Code has the coolest merch. He said
Sick.
that. So in
Sick.
light
Yeah,
of
we're
it-
due for some new.
we are. I mean, there's a lot of cool merch recently coming out. Like, yeah. That one's good though. I like it.
Other than the vinyl,
I like the colors
we
on
just
it.
re-released this weekend. We just want to pump that again.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Can you tell us something that's coming out for merch?
For merch?
While we're on the topic.
Wow. I mean,
we can
we're
move
weird.
on.
We're gonna release
merch
the
is-
album again on a bottle of barbecue
Jesus.
sauce.
Really?
No, so that's already been done. But
The barbecue sauce released for Wasted already. That's what it's gonna be. No, we're
I love
we're
it.
I swear that has been done.
It has
I'm just
been.
blanking on who was the band that released an album on a barbecue sauce bottle.
Yeah, wait, so they were on here.
Hoyd?
No, didn't we have? Wait a minute, hold on. Didn't we have guests that had a hot sauce?
Yeah.
Who was that?
is it the Johnny
Paul Newman?
Hetherington? There's there's a guy who's in a
Johnny
band.
Hetherington.
Yeah,
This
he's
is-
got,
no, it's not his hot
This
sauce.
is terrible. This
That
is
stuff is
okay.
good too.
This is one of those things
No,
where like
it's driving me crazy right
I
now.
know
It's,
that we have had
the
someone on the
bins.
show.
The bins did it. The
Oh,
bins
fuck.
released
oh,
it.
that's
right.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I know because I still have it in my fridge
Nice.
because it's delicious.
So did Dicker from Blacked Out.
Oh yeah.
Young Walker hot sauce.
I gotta. Yeah, you know what? We connected those dots before. Yeah. Gary from the Bins. I can't believe the Bins are no more because I fucking love that.
That's like what show? We played one show with them and they were awesome. They were like off the
I think it
wall.
was one of the Rocket from Russia shows at Media Club.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they were good.
It's one thing to be in a band and have like a good show, but it's another when other bands are like constantly pointing you out as like a standout. Like you guys are that a lot at shows. Like you guys are like, hey, what the fuck? You guys seen Contra Code? Are you ready?
Yeah,
I was like, you ready for
very
this?
nice to hear.
I just gave that was a. I just
Get your
gave
calculator out.
yeah. Ready for this math punk? Here we
Also,
fucking
like,
go.
Infinite Lives.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Which
well,
you can't go wrong.
30 at least.
your video game references are unwelcome. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
Obviously, we love them.
What is it?
Can you guys do
up,
the-
down, up, down?
Wait,
no,
wait,
up,
wait,
up,
wait,
up,
wait,
down.
wait, wait.
What is
Can you
Contra
guys
Code?
do the Contra
Don't ask me
Code
to
right now?
verify it. No, I can't.
Up, down, right, left, left.
I'm a terrible host.
A,
I'm
B,
in
A, B, start.
select start.
Select start.
Select.
Select
You got
start.
it.
Select
Something like that.
start. Yeah.
Dave and Brandon be ashamed of
That
us
code,
right now.
you have to
Yeah.
know that code. It'll get you through lots.
I just
of
got a
things in life.
message from Brandon and Dave. They're both like, "Hey, what the fuck? It's our band, you know." Jesus, read the bullet points.
Oh god, no. We were talking about putting the code maybe on a shirt, like somewhere on a shirt.
Yeah.
I could actually.
I think we
try
should,
playing
yeah.
Contra. one time.
Why don't you guys just do this? Take the Konami logo
Yeah.
Right. I
and
like
do-
it.
and just do Contra Code. Fuck it.
We've got a couple. We got a couple like in the works that we haven't really. Dave's always up on the images and pictures for merch and stuff too. But yeah. We're in need of new merch. I know that because we're running real low.
You could do Contra Code in the logo or font of several different games from the era.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
By the way,
the whole episode, I think, around their merchandise.
yeah, there's a whole episode. C-Mart's right.
There we go. We're onto something.
Oh wait,
now.
that's what
We're
I was
onto
going to
something
ask.
now.
Your songs. There's a lot of bands around Vancouver that are very theme oriented, where it's like they're
Let's name a
named
few.
something, and then the songs like Isotopes. They're very baseball,
Right,
baseball oriented.
yeah.
Baseball songs.
The core do like Space Cops.
Yeah, they're space
Core, yeah.
Core,
awesome, man.
Contra Code.
Right.
Is it video game oriented, or is it
Oh no.
you're not like a theme band?
We blew it.
Well, at least he
we
said it.
already
I was
blew it
still
on the
hunting
video
for-
game theme.
This whole premise just felt it's like no.
No.
Paul just drops the
That's-
sledgehammer
that's
down
too
right
bad.
there, right?
It is too bad. We had a real opportunity to be a video game themed band, and we just blew it.
You're like, damn, that would have been a good idea.
We're probably well, we are probably. I think we're gonna be. I think we have 2 more shows booked coming up in April. Like ones at venue with
We have
Russian
some,
Tim.
We have
right?
some sub themes though. Like we always play like some stupid cover right before we play Snap Crackle.
Yeah.
And sort of psych
try to like to
people
have intros.
What was the last cover you guys played before Snap Crackle?
It was it was an
Oh, it's-
80s metal cover by the band. Oh, Brandon's. gonna
It's all
kill me.
Brandon, yeah.
I don't know any
Brandon,
80s
Brandon's
metal, but
the
he knows.
80s metal.
I just want to say, by the way,
Wasp. That's the band. It was a Wasp song.
What,
A
what,
Wasp
what would it
song.
have been? What would it have
What the
been?
fuck is Wasp? I don't know.
Gtone?
What's it? I don't know.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you either. But we've done the Allman Brothers. We've
He's like,
done,
I don't know, but it had one of these in it. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Had one of these wows in it. All right. Side note, real quick, as you continue. We've discussed many times that the best song on the Rocket from Russia compilation was.
Not necessarily best song. Could be best song, but best produced song. With production quality on the compilation was definitely
We're actually
Contra
I'm
Code.
gonna go ahead and shoot to a clip here at Gtone saying the exact quote right here.
Well, I don't want to discredit everyone else on the.
No, we don't have. No, we don't have the ability.
Was I drunk?
No, we don't have the ability.
Was
to
I
do
drunk?
that.
Was I
I
drunk?
didn't really
bought
mean
it
that.
for sure. It was like,
Was
here
I
comes
more
the
drunk
clip.
than I am now?
Yeah. I'd screen drops down or like anyway.
Just know I love
I
Contra Code.
thought it was some editing magic that I couldn't see. Now we go to the clip. Okay, we're back.
What he really said was,
Green screen.
you know, I'm quoting him here. He said, on the compilation, the best song is Snap.
Yeah.
I think he's wrong.
Snap
That's not what I said at
He
all.
said Snap Crackle.
So I did not know the name of the song.
No, he said. He said to me, should be the only song on the compilation. I was like, wow, that's a one
song.
song.
Yeah.
AKA a single.
Yeah, a single. Yeah, I was like, geez, that's a bold statement. To
Well,
make.
I thought that it represented fully the music scene.
All of it. Yeah, that was pretty all-encompassing. Sorry to
There
cut
you
you
go,
off.
yeah.
It's.
I just
I
wanted to
think
give you this.
you're right. It stands out in terms of production for sure. It's like it's that Rain City thing. Like, I think after hearing the compilation, after hearing the album, like it's got to be driving some people towards Rain City. I think because it's a blast getting
Yeah,
the record
the
done there.
quality there is great. The studio is great.
Although I love
Everyone
all the
there's
songs in
awesome.
that compilation. Like there's tons of good stuff on there.
I believe the Ellesmere.
And
Just to be clear, you're
Just
like,
to be
just to be clear, we don't agree with the idea that we were the only song or worth on that fucking
I'm
compilation.
pretty sure we weren't the only song on it.
Yeah.
I might be wrong.
Which, by the way, I hope everyone knows that every fucking song on that, like that compilation and Russian Tim's ongoing punk playlist on Spotify are some of the best fucking curated songs. Period. We suck Russian Tim's dick a lot, a lot.
Well, not only
No.
not only does he give promotion to every band that is in the close genre.
Yeah, not only.
Genre.
Yeah, what else does he do? Not only does he.
I'm not a genre guy. I don't like genres.
No.
I would love to see Contra Code play with Skeeter and the Deets and Unleash the Archers. How about that? I think
Unleash
that would-
the Archers.
Yeah, that would be a hell of a show.
No, I think that would be fucking.
Let's make it happen.
That would work. This is exactly what I was
Or
talking
Real
about.
Mackenzie.
happen.
Yep, we're in.
All right.
Let's make it happen.
Look, I'm no fucking promoter, but that sounds like, pretty good show. I like that.
I'll see what I can do.
Should we get Tim on the?
Should we get? Oh, we got
call him,
Tim calling in.
Call him
Actually,
right now. Yeah.
says keep sucking my dick. We're like, all right, here we go. If I was so obliged to go ahead and ask you guys how to best follow you, what would be the best way to follow Contra Code? What would we do? How would we do that? Would we use Google?
Oh,
no,
Google,
Google-
you fucking.
Contra Code's,
Take you down the rabbit hole.
we're trying to,
Google will take you down a rabbit hole for sure.
you
You'll
gotta-
get like
you gotta
all kinds
compete
of
with
Konami playthroughs and stuff.
Totally.
Have you ever
I mean, that'd be
played?
fun too.
Have you ever played and beat Contra? It's one of the hardest games.
Didn't get past the second level ever.
It's pretty hard. Did you ever play it?
No, I never played it actually.
Never played it.
No.
Oh, really?
I should
was
have
more of
said
a
that,
Mega
actually.
Man
Should've
man.
just
For
lied.
like
I
Nintendo?
should have just lied.
Yeah.
Like original
Yeah,
Nintendo.
yeah.
I remember we had it.
I'm
and
sure.
I don't
I
think
know
I got
I've
past the
probably
second
played
level
it. Yeah, I
I'd
probably
already
never played it.
The
but
farthest
I
I got was it switches to like behind the view. I think it's
Yeah.
like the third level or something.
No, that's number 2.
That is two.
In alternate.
So no one here's got past the second
Okay,
level.
so like I never got that far, but by that point in the game, you feel like it's the end. Like
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I'm so deep in the game. I've never been this far. It's like not even like 12% of the game. It's like fucking, it's tough. But I was gonna say, you should probably fucking play it. You're in a goddamn band.
Yeah.
No, I don't know how we haven't by now.
because
I know,
like,
Dave's put some clips together on Instagram for shows and stuff with using
Some
old Contra
solid
clips and
songs
stuff like
for the
that.
soundtrack.
Yeah.
do you know what'd
Yeah.
be fucking
Yeah.
great is you guys should do a Twitch stream live of you guys playing. So
I
Contra
like that
Code
idea.
playing Contra. And you're like,
Contra
watch,
Code playing
watch
Contra?
us play
The
this
first two
fucking
levels
game.
of
That could be.
Contra.
We could
At
do
least
that.
the
Like,
first two
you
levels.
could do that for like a riff in the new album or something like that.
Fuck
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
How do you promo this
Yeah.
thing? We go on goddamn Twitch there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Fuck. I don't know. I'm just throwing it. By the way, do you like how this episode so far, the latter half at least, is all this unsolicited advice? Or like Gtone and I are like, hey, there's your merch
Here we
ideas.
go. Here we go.
Well,
Here we
Gtone's
go.
very wise.
Really?
Hey, you know what? We're not gonna say we've been the most updated or lively on social. We're no anteater
we've
on
got
social
Instagram.
media. You know what I mean?
Do you see like chronologically the earlier in the show? I'm like, so how do you guys plan your stuff? You're like, oh, it's informal. I'm like, oh, great. Like a shark. We're just like, hey, you should fucking do video game shirts and go on Twitch.
This is kind of how it forms, though, too. Yeah, maybe we'll be looking back on the third album, like talking about this. You know what I mean?
Well, that's
Yeah,
the
these great
thing. Like
ideas.
the idea of the theme band hasn't been lost. You can still do like an album.
Oh
Concept
yeah,
songs
we're
that
yeah. We
are
got another
concept
one
album
coming
next
along.
one, yeah.
We got a third album coming.
Yeah?
All video games.
It's
Oh
all-
yeah, it should be. Eh?
All video game
no,
oriented?
Yeah, we should do something though.
Poor guys. They're just like, well, look, we're trying to do art.
We'll do it for Gtone because he's so committed to
Freedom.
this idea that he wants us to do.
By the way,
At least an EP.
By the way, Gtone, huge gamer, obviously, right?
I don't game.
He's pushing it so hard. He's like, doesn't even game.
He's a believer.
But this fucking guy, he's got like Game Pros under his bed. He's a fucking
I started watching live streams of people playing video games recently, though.
yeah.
No, you.
Yeah, you know what blew me
Because
away?
C-Mart got it.
Oh, yeah, right.
C-Mart sold it.
The Friday the 13th
13th?
video game.
Yeah, those are fun to watch.
Pretty cool.
'Cause you can play
Watching
as
like
Jason.
people
I heard about
online,
this.
it's like what is it, like six or eight people online, and a bunch of them are victims, and one person's Jason, and you almost take turns being Jason.
Yeah, you get to be the
So you're like-
counselors, or you get to be.
That's
like
cool.
Jason.
But you have a
dig it,
mission,
yeah.
so you have to like go and find kerosene and a lighter and a lantern and all this. But
Yeah.
Jason's also trying to kill you as well. But Jason's your friend, right? So like they run into each other, like, please don't kill me. Come on, it's like okay, you can hear them talking to each other. It's hilarious. It's pretty funny.
That's fun.
We should every week. We should take one game and have Gtone break it down.
Yeah,
like what the
yeah,
fuck it is.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
like
that was
because I
good.
like
That
that
was
just
good.
now. That was
That was
good.
good.
I was like, yeah, because I've also watched exactly what you're talking about, and that's exactly what it is. It's like, yeah, you take turns. It seems fucking fun, man. It's a good way to like.
It's easier than learning how to play the game,
Right.
but you still get to see
I
the
didn't
game.
even occur to me
you know?
that that's
Yeah.
like,
Like you can go and watch the new South Park game. Someone absolutely work his way through the new South Park game
Right.
without even knowing how to hold the controller properly. What button does what? You know.
so you like the vicarious experience of someone.
I like
doing
the
well.
simplicity of seeing what it's all about
Yeah.
without having to think about it.
Get it?
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Would you do that every week?
Sometimes I get mad at them because I can see, hey, that's an Easter egg right there, and you didn't grab that Easter egg that you just walked right past.
Well, I'm sensing some control issues here. You have. It's like a game, you know. Jeez. Well, we should do that. Then. I think we take 2 minutes every week. We give you a game. Like,
Anything with zombies.
Talk about what
Okay,
Gtone
well,
said on
I can
Twitch.
watch dudes like the Call of Duty zombie maps or whatever they do.
Oh, yeah.
And these
Yeah.
guys go in there and they're like so high tech, right? Like there's like two buddies and they're like set up somewhere.
two buddies.
Two buddies online. You can hear them talking to each other and like, okay, buddy, we got to go over here. They're like fucking, okay, second level, blah, blah, blah. They like cordon themselves off, and then the zombies start coming and they fucking tear them down, get a bunch of money. Then they go and like upgrade their guns and trying to level up, constantly trying to level up.
So in all this,
but these
though-
guys know how to do it.
Yeah.
So watching the strategic warfare that they're doing,
Yeah.
it's shit that I would never have thought of.
Well, let me ask you this though. In all of this, though, you don't want to push beyond the vicarious feeling of it. You don't want to like join in.
You know what I did?
What's
I
that?
went and I installed a game because it was. I used to like. Did you ever play Command and Conquer?
Yeah.
yeah.
Right, just
Yeah.
like a military strategy game where you
Yeah.
like
Like a
control
real-time
tanks and stuff like
strategy.
that. Right,
Yeah, yeah.
right. I went and I looked for something like that, and one of the newest ones was like, I don't know, it was like old timey fucking like castles and whatever. You had to
Yeah.
like build your castle, build your state house, build your barracks, build your mines, build your your lumber mill, all that stuff. Yeah.
Work on that.
By the way,
Yeah. Did you?
Worked on
Did
that.
you?
Do you know which one he's
C-Mart-
talking about?
C-Mart is working on the much anticipated
Age of Empires 4.
Age of
Right,
Empires
right.
4 coming out.
Yes.
man, you should have had.
Okay.
Age of Empires.
Let me tell you.
So
I was all
this
about
is so
Age of
good.
Empires.
So this is
Brandon too.
wait.
Not
So
me,
so
though.
this is extra good because this is Gtone
I'm not a
explaining
gamer.
real-time strategy.
I'm not a gamer,
games.
but
It's
watching
like-
live streams got me into
it's one of-
games.
one of the
I
biggest
swear to
games.
God, I put 3.5 hours into the game, and then I literally was just like, nope. And I
Because it
No,
was too
no.
much.
I
of a time
deleted
sink,
everything.
right? So it's too
I
much of a time
deleted-
sink. Did you say no out loud?
yeah, literally, I was like, no. And I uninstalled the app.
Well, that was this week's edition of Video Games with Gtone. My God.
Hell yeah.
I think we just saw the birth of a
Once every
segment.
10 years, I try video games, and
That was fucking
I don't know.
beautiful.
I don't get it.
No, I'm kind of the same way. Like both Brandon and Dave have been playing World of Warcraft. Well, they probably aren't anymore, but
Oh, they probably are.
Maybe they're closet gamers still, but they were really into the World of Warcraft, and I just could not do it. Brandon made me install it on my computer one time, and like we tried to like play in the same team, whatever, and I was like,
Yeah,
no. I played for like 10 minutes, and I
I'm-
just couldn't do it. I just didn't have what it takes.
You're like, how about this riff?
This is me, man.
Why don't you practice the riff I sent you?
That's fucking good. I like that. Guys, I think we gotta wrap up here. But
Right on.
But I just want to say this has been fucking awesome. This is exactly what I wanted in a show. I'm serious. This is exactly what I wanted. It was fucking fun. It was good. It was
Yeah.
informative. And yeah, we had a good time. Right? What do you got? C-Mart, what's going on? Oh fuck. I've been away so long. I didn't even remember that we're sponsored. Jesus Christ. Gtone, you've been doing the ad pretty well. No, not in fact. Well, it's fucking.
I've been going all in on the ad.
You're
for
like,
sure.
thank you to Float House. Couldn't believe they let us do stuff here. Podcast promo code. I was like, what the fuck kind of ad is this? All right, so I don't know.
Good one.
You know, they reported higher clicks. No, I don't know. They don't report anything to me. I don't fucking know. I don't even know if they even watch this. So here we go. Float House, for those of you guys who don't know, we're very proud to be sponsored by them. They are an amazing company. They have many locations. One of the best parts about Float House is the fact that it's one of the best ways you can spend 90 minutes. Or 45 if you want to do a half session or something like that. But it's cool. It's completely tranquil. It's like a spa for the mind. It's so good. Isolation tank therapy is rising in popularity with not just athletes and other notable podcasts and guests and hosts, obviously. I don't want to, you obviously Google that shit. You know what I'm talking about. But what I'm really trying to get at is that you can get 20% off your next float simply by using our podcast promo code IIPodcast. That's IIPodcast to get 20% off your next float. What kind of a deal is that? It's an amazing fucking deal. I like it. You like it. I float. We float. You should float. Paul, you've actually floated.
I did a couple floats. Yeah, it was great.
You enjoyed it, right? Here,
it was right
sanctioned,
here too,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, of course, here, of course, because this is the premier isolation tank destination in the Lower Mainland. How fucking dare you? How dare you? You're like, dude, you're not accusing me of this. No, this is it's a good experience. I highly recommend it. Tim, we're gonna get you in a tank.
Yeah, to help my sleep, the
lack of it.
Yeah,
Apnea?
lack of sleep, right?
Yeah, I'm here with the well-rested Tim Murray of Contra Code. But seriously though, you guys should check it out. Go to floathouse.ca.
Tell them about the cryo chamber.
Also Vancouver cryotherapy.com is where you want to go and check it out. Is it .com or .ca? I think it's .com. Vancouver Cryotherapy is absolutely blowing up right now. It's an amazing process where you freeze yourself in this container for 3 minutes max. Most people just do 2 minutes, and it releases a chemical called norepinephrine into your bloodstream. It's a natural anti-inflammatory. It works amazing. Not just athletes. We're talking anyone that experiences any kind of joint inflammation. It's .ca. Anyone who experiences any kind of joint inflammation, anything like that, we strongly urge you to check out cryotherapy, and especially Vancouver Cryotherapy, because that is the premier destination. It's actually located inside the Gastown Floathouse franchise location.
I think I'm going to try it. I got some arthritis that
Gtone
may need to be
honestly, when I stepped
blasted
out of
with some good stuff.
Yeah, when I stepped out of the cryo tank for the first time, my first thought was Gtone would be the prime candidate for this. You would fucking love it. When I came out of it my first time, I walked right into this podcast room and did a show, and I was charged up, 20 out of 10. I felt fucking phenomenal. I forget who our guest was that day, but I felt so good. Yeah, it was just
fuel
amazing.
your fire, Gtone.
I slept like a baby that night too.
I think I should.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
I think I should.
I think you
I've
should
heard
check
a
it
lot
out.
about
Let
it.
me know.
I've heard a lot about it.
VancouverCryotherapy.ca. Check that out. Check out floathouse.ca. Use our podcast promo code IIPodcast. Get yourself 20% off your next float. Thank you guys very much for watching.
Look up Contra Code.
Make sure you go ahead and check out Contra Code. They got live stuff. Maybe
not live stuff.
That's wishful thinking. I'm just trying to get you guys. Do a live album, you know.
What's the next couple shows you're doing?
We
Yeah,
got
plug these quick.
two in April, right?
Yeah.
88 Fingers Louis with Russian Tim and the Pavel Brazier
Yep.
venue on Granville.
Venue, that'll be
2
rad.
nights after
a
on
big
Saturday
show.
night. We're playing with Fableaway and Anecdotes. I don't know who the other band is on the bill. I think there's one more.
Where's that at 340?
That's
Yeah,
at
that one's
340
at
as
340.
well. And then after that, I don't think you're going to hear from us till we pretty much put out a third album.
We
which
ought to be writing
which
right now.
Have you got new material?
yeah,
Some
we're
kicking around? Yep.
starting. I think we've played 3 now
Yeah.
live. Paul and I went over some material a couple
We're
weeks ago where
banging it out in
we've
the
got
jam space.
more than enough material to we just need some time to
Yeah.
focus on it, right?
So this might be your last conversation before you guys, come up for air for a little while. So
Could be.
why don't you let us know right now how the shows are going to go in April?
Shows are
Are they
going to
gonna
go in
go?
April.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully I don't break any strings.
Jesus.
You guys are playing with deadly headlines.
I hope
You're
I
fucking
don't-
awesome.
You guys are going to be fucking
killer
have a good
shows.
time.
The show's
Killer
going to
shows.
be crazy. The venue's going to be crazy with 88 Fingers Louis, period.
That's going to be
Thanks, Tim.
absolutely period.
That's what I'm looking for,
You know
Tim.
what I mean?
Fable
Yeah, broken
Fable
strings.
doesn't come into town
Blueprint's
very
coming
often.
out
I've got
too,
the negative
you know
point
what
of
I
view,
mean?
and Tim's typing it up.
Russian Tim's been behind this show. He's always been behind everybody. You know what I mean?
I don't know how to
Always,
say
all
the
time.
Russian word in that hook when he's like,
It's the he rolls all them R's, eh? That's wicked.
whatever. I don't know what the fuck he says, but I love it. That's rack.
Yeah.
Oh, I almost got that one.
You guys are awesome. Please come back very soon.
Oh, thanks
Yeah.
so much for having
Thank
us.
you very much.
And make sure you guys check out intergalacticinterviews.com. We love you guys so much. We'll see you all very soon. See you next week. Bye.
Blam.